Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. We are back. We are back for the very last episode of season one of Adjuster Checkup. Yay! Hold on. Yay! Yay. Okay, we're finishing strong, everyone. We're finishing strong. We are going to wrap up the last part of insurance designations tonight. Hey, yay. All right, but before we go there, we have to start with our opening music. Let's get it. All right. We are here. We are back for episode 13 of season one of the Adjuster Checkup. It's almost over. For those who may be joining us for the very first time, my name is Charlene Hoskins. I am the founder, owner, CEO, president of TPAS LLC. And TPS is a property and casualty education firm that right now is focusing on the education, the development, the mentorship, and the empowerment of the insurance claims adjuster. Hey, hey. And we come to you every Wednesday here for the Adjuster Checkup podcast to basically give the adjusters the tips, the hints, the especially, and I want to be more PC correct, the claims professionals, okay? Um, what they need in order to succeed in this industry because we need you and we need you to succeed, and it is important for the claims professional, ergo the adjuster, to succeed and understand and be very good at what they do because they are at the most viable stage of the insurance policy and the insurance claims process. Okay. All right, so now that we've gotten that out the way, what we've been talking about last episode and the episode before that, so that would be episodes 11 and 12, we started going into insurance designations. We talked about designations as far as the AIC. We talked about the CPCU, the PRC, the you didn't know it was that much, huh? The AIS, the AINS, okay, Associate in Claims, Associate in Insurance, Associate in Insurance Services, okay. So we've been going over all those different designations. And what we went over in episodes 11 and 12 were pretty much the basics. Those are the designations that most of the claims professional in the industry are very aware of, and they seek to go after that, right? But I will say this. There are not a lot of claims professionals that possess these designations. And so if you're a claims adjuster coming into the game, right, and you're new, and that's whether you're independent or you might be watching this in your staff, you're looking for something to give you a leg up in what you're doing, for you to stand out and be able to get in front of some additional opportunities so that you can move up in the organization that you're in, okay, and in your profession in general. And the reason why we're talking about insurance designations so extensively here is because when you have them, they're a huge boost. I know we've been going over each one of these designations and their cost, and that's probably scaring some people away. But what I will tell you is that if you can afford to invest in yourself and get these designations, this is what you want to do because it is going to put you up in the stratosphere compared to your coworkers. All right. And that's on any side of the game that you're on. Not only that, these designations give you more insight and knowledge into the industry that you're in and what you're going to be doing. So you're just going to get better at your job. So your performance is going to go up, right? You're going to have the, sorry, I got hair in my eye. You're going to have the initials and the accolades behind your name, right? And that's what you want. You want to stand out. All right. So, first, what we're going to go over is the Associate in Fidelity and Surety Bonding designation. We talk about in our all lines class, bonds and surety bonds and fidelity bonds and what they're used for. And when we're thinking about the entertainment industry, you know, that industry, the construction industry, uses bonds a lot. It's not just for when people get arrested and need to be bailed out and they need a bail bondsman, okay? Um, so if that's something you want to break into so that you can have more of niche knowledge base and be able to get yourself in a specialized area, then you want to do that. And the thing is, if you took your all lines class for adjusting, no matter what state you're in, all lines includes surety. Okay, so it includes bonds, all right, and that includes surety and fidelity bonds. Okay, so the Associate Infidelity and Surety Bonding, it's called the AFSB. It says demonstrate your proficiency in fidelity and surety bonding with the Institute's Designations AFSB program. So, what can that do for you? The AFSB designation serves as a concrete measure of my competency and knowledge of the surety industry. I am honored to have achieved this designation that was developed by our industry's most experienced professionals, and I know that the knowledge that I have obtained throughout the designation process will serve me well in the insurance business. That is a quote from Caroline Murphy Robertson, CPA and now AFSB designated. And she is a underwriting operation analyst at Lexon Surety Group. Okay. So let's talk about the surety designation, excuse me, fidelity and surety bonding designation at a glance. So let's see. Everything can be virtual. It's going to take, according to the institutes, between 15 to 18 months to complete. The first step towards earning your AFSB designation is to complete and pass the exam for these core courses. So they have a set core courses that they want you to do. First, AFSB 151, Understanding Surety Bonding Basics. AFSB 152, Analyzing Contract Surety Bonding. AFSB 153, Mastering Commercial Surety Bonding and Crime Insurance. This is good stuff. And then you have to pick at least one ethics course, and you get a choice out of CPCU 530, which is applying legal concepts to insurance, or CPCU 540, which is contributing to insurer financial performance. Again, this is all good things to know. Even if you're only on the claim side, I mean, wouldn't you want to understand like how the finance works of insurance so that you can watch trends, financial trends in your company and find, make a determination of, well, should I stay here, should I stay with this company, am I going to be able to have longevity here, or are they going downhill? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. All right, so those are your requirements. So they say an average course will take 6 to 8 weeks to complete and get through. And again, these designations, these time frames are based on if you're working, that you're probably working a full-time job, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So let's talk about these core courses. You need 5 of them. They're telling you exactly which 5 courses it will be, and all you have to do is select your anticipated exam window, which right now is the one that would probably be most eligible for everyone, is the one that starts January 15th to March 15th. So if you decide to start taking these courses now, that would be the time frame that you would have to take your exam. And it looks like, let's look at the rest of the courses. Yep, they all got about the same price. So remember, you have to pay separately for your materials and for your exam. And so it looks like the materials are averaging anywhere between 365 to 445. This is literally how they have it listed on their site. And then the exam between 329 and 409. So once again, most of these courses with the institutes, that you have to take for these designations, you're looking at anywhere between, and some can get up as high as about $800 a course, but on average, you're looking at about $650, $700 a course between materials and the exam costs put together. And then let's see, the ethics class is free, so that's a great little bonus that they give you by giving you those ethics classes for free. So you really just got to get through these core courses. So then it has a little Q&A at the bottom and saying, are you still wondering if the AFSB is right for you? Here are some final facts to help you decide if this is the right designation for your role as your future career goals. It says, who should take this? And it's got three categories of claims professionals that should take this, or three categories that should take this course: bond producers, bond underwriters, and claims adjusters. All right. It says, does earning this designation give me credit towards others? Because, of course, they have several different designations. It will give you credit towards the AIS, which is the Associate in Insurance Services, the API, which we're going to be talking about next, the Associate in Personal Insurance, and also the APA, which is the Associate in Premium Auditing. And it says, are there public classes available for this designation? It says select designations and courses, instructor-led classes are available both in person and online. And then they give you a link to excuse me, to click on to find classes that may be near you. Okay, and so it's a lot of good deals to learn here with this designation. And again, if somebody's interested, you want to start, because the thing is, what I'm finding is the key to survival, just as my mother and I have survived in this industry, is the fact that we kind of honed in on a niche field with contents, a niche area, and that's what has helped us to survive. That's what's kept us afloat. Is having that specialized knowledge and being able to build our business out as a result of that knowledge. Okay, and we saw this was an area nobody was really getting into. Nobody even really was interested in. Nobody wants to deal with contents. They still don't want to deal with contents. And so just so happened that we love it. So we're just kind of the right at the right place at the right time, the right women for the job, so to say. All right, so now, one thing I did notice with this designation, I didn't see anything at the beginning, like with most of the others that we talked about before now, where they had like a free class that you could take to like kind of sample it. So when you go in, you're going straight on in. All right. All right. So let's talk about our next designation. Let's see. Okay. Our next one is Associate in Personal Insurance, your API. Okay. So let's go through the API. And let's talk about it and see what we got. The API, where did it go? There it is. Associate in Personal Insurance. Okay, and it says gain skills to confidently handle all aspects of personal insurance with the Institute's designation API. So it says you will gain on the job skills. See what skills you'll gain. Let's see. Let's read the skills. What skills you'll gain with an API. Apply various personal lines marketing strategies so you can successfully promote the right products and services to your customer. Okay, that's like if you're on the agent side, but hold on. Don't back out on me now. Make informed business decisions that positively impact the bottom line by effectively analyzing the factors that affect pricing and profitability. Ensure your organization maintains a competitive edge through through an enhanced understanding of how emerging technologies are changing the personal lines market. Analyze the potential costs and benefits of developing and marketing new personal line products to help maintain your organization's financial strength. Gain a more complete understanding of how rates are established to help you maintain profitability within a personal lines portfolio. Okay, that's the on-the-job skills you're going to gain. Talks about, is it right for you? Let's go to the FAQs. View frequently asked questions to help you get the answers you need. I'll say hold off on that. Let's go through what is required. So in order to get your API, you have to take 3 core courses and an ethics course. And once you're done, boom, bombs your uncle, okay? So it says gain skills you can use right away with the API designation. This program includes 3 courses plus ethics, It says it's going to take 9 to 12 months to complete, virtual exams for all the courses, and you get your diploma mailed when you're done. And ready-made career skills, personal insurance, auto, personal lines, auto, product marketing, pricing strategy, portfolio management, product lines, and profitability improvement. So details. Let's see details. Build your foundation in personal insurance. And so the three courses, core courses you'll have to take is API 320, Evaluating and Underwriting Personal Line Risk. API 321, effectively managing a personal lines portfolio, and CPCU 555, advancing personal insurance products. Ethical decision making in risk and insurance is a free course, so you get ethics for free. Okay, and then we talked about what you'll learn. We already talked about that. Yep. And then currently, okay, so then it says each course is about 6 to 8 weeks to get through. And that's why they're saying it's going to take 9 to 12 months to get through the entire designation. Okay, so then price. Looks like these three core courses, for each course, the materials are $365. The last one, the CPCU 555, it says the materials are between $365 and $445. And then exam is going to cost between $239 to $319. So yeah, once again, you're looking at that, 750-ish, 750-ish per course to get through the designation. All right. So, are you still wondering if it's right for you? And here we go. You're like, why would I need to take a designation if I'm an adjuster that's giving me a lot of information that usually an agent would have? And it says who should take it. API is for anyone looking to build their skills and knowledge in personal insurance, including personal lines underwriters, line of business managers, claims adjusters, agents and brokers, and customer service representatives. Again, this is really, really, really good knowledge that you're going to be getting if you take this designation. Actually, all the designations I think are key for anyone who really wants to advance in the insurance industry and move up quickly. And it says, does earning this designation give me credit towards others? Yes. So it says by completing this program, you may earn credit toward your CPCU. So if somebody's interested in getting that, you can also earn credit towards the Associate in Insurance, which is the AINS designation, and also the Associate in Insurance Services designation, which is the AIS. And then, of course, they say, yes, there's public classes available that you can take in person or online with these designations. So listen, they'll meet you where you are, okay? So I think that's really good. So again, associate in personal insurance, think about it. And if you're wondering about, well, which designation do I start off with first, I would go back to our episode 11 and think about taking that AIS, AINS, or AIC first, okay, as the Institute's recommends. And then our last designation that we're going to talk about is the Associate in National Flood Insurance, ANFI. I know a lot of folks have been hearing about how much adjusters make when they are flood certified and they're working on these flood claims, okay? And so we already know that one way to do it is through NFIP, when you, as an adjuster, especially the independents out there, when you have to go to one of the, NFIP flood certification meetings. It usually lasts a whole day, and then when you're done, you fill out a form and you get your flood certification. So that's a flood certification, but let's talk about the National Flood Insurance designation, okay? So it says you will gain skills to confidently handle all aspects of flood insurance with this designation, and it was developed. Okay, this designation was developed in collaboration with FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. So what's required? Now, this is surprising. There's only 3 courses required for this designation, 2 core courses and 1 ethics course. All right. And so let's talk about this at a glance, this designation. It says you'll gain on the job skills you can use right away. And the program details include 2 courses plus ethics, free online course and prep exam, free online. Did it say a free? We got a free course? 3 to 6 months completion time. The exams are virtual, and you get a mail diploma upon completion. The ready-made skills you will get: flood insurance, flood control, flood risk, claims, flood form underwriting, and policy review. So here are the two core courses they require. It says better meet customer needs by building your flood insurance skills with the following core courses that are based off FEMA's October 2022 flood insurance manual. Okay, so we might be a little bit behind. Well, I guess no, wait. So does FEMA's 2023 manual come out in 2024? I need to figure that one out. I don't know. Um so it says the ANFI 205 and 206. The 205 one is the National Flood Insurance Fundamentals course, and then the 206 is the National Flood Insurance Advanced Studies course. And then your ethics class is ethical decision making in risk and insurance, and it's a free course. So we know ethics is free. What you'll learn. Now, this is going to be good to know. Understand the role of the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, so you can explain its benefits to customers and colleagues. Learn how to apply the requirements of the NFIP to determine whether a community or building is eligible for coverage. Become familiar with the NFIP flood insurance application process so you can help customers complete the form efficiently and accurately. Identify the occupancy and contents of a building so you can determine its eligibility for flood coverage. Accurately explain flood coverage to commercial customers so you can add value as a trusted risk consultant. All right, that sounds really good. Okay, so now let me see. You know what? They're giving you a break. Maybe this may be the first certification you go for. It's the cheapest so far. Jesus. So it says, so there's no cost for the materials, but there is a cost for the exam. So each one of those core courses, the ANFI 205 and 206, the materials are free. The exam cost is between $299 and $379. I tell you, when I do my designation, when I sign up for one of these, I'll let you know why there's that price range, okay? And then the ethics course is free. So for, let's say at the high end 379 times 2. Somebody help me with the math. I can't do my math right now. I'm gonna need a quackalator. Where my quackalator at? Okay, I need the quackalator. I'm gonna do the math right now. 379 times 2 is what? Somebody help me. Help me, please. 758. So for $758, you can get the ANFI, the Associate in National Flood Insurance designation. So everybody who's wanting to get to flood, yeah, maybe if you take this, you don't have to wait the 4 years to do flood, or you can get to the head of the line faster. They might make an exception if we get, when the snow melts and everything, in the spring, you might get a little, they'll be like, if they need an extra person and you got this designation under your belt. I'm just saying, okay? I'll tell you one thing, if I was running the flood department, I'd sure snatch up somebody with this designation. And so it says, who should take the Associate in National Flood Insurance designation? Agents, brokers, claims adjusters, flood vendors, risk management professionals, and underwriters. Does earning this designation give me credit towards others? It says this designation, you will get credit towards the Associate in Insurance Services, AIS, which again is one of those designations you want to start off with first anyway. So maybe warm yourself up with one of the Institute's courses here with the National Flood Insurance designation. Warm yourself up to it because the materials are free. All you have to do is pay for the exam, okay? And then once you have that, now you're getting probably some of the classes that you took helps you with the AIS designation. So then that'll be one less class under the AIS designation that you have to take, or two less class. I don't know. And now you can spend less money to get to the AIS. All right. And then, of course, these classes are offered online or in person. Yes, indeed, y'all. These designations, listen, don't sleep on it. So Episodes 11, 12, and now this one 13. We've been talking about insurance designations. We just went over three specialty designations: associate in fidelity and surety bonding, associate in personal insurance, and associate in national flood insurance. So, with that said, you got your marching orders, okay? You got some direction, and we all know, if I haven't emphasized this before, we all know that this is because, the institutes, that organization, their education programs are held they are the upper echelon, okay? It is held in high regard and highly revered, okay? And so that's why when you go through one of these and you get this designation, these designations are recognized by the entire insurance industry. It is akin to, going to law school and getting your Juris Doctorate and being able to say, so and so's your JD behind their name. When you get these designations, you put those initials behind your name. Okay, it's a big deal, and you put it on all your little business files. Your business social media profiles, your resume, so forth and so on. You pump this thing up, and I'm sure it wouldn't be no time to get a gig. Okay, so I want to provide you all the website that I've been getting all this information from. Okay, I have gotten this from uh, web.theinstitutes.org. Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat right now. If you go to that website, you can look up all this information that I've been going over the last three episodes about all these different designations. Okay, and you can figure out what you want to do. And here's the thing I wanted to also talk about briefly before we end. I wanted to talk about, because I know this price, and things are really tight right now for everybody. And so, it says this site will be for maintenance. Okay. The Institute says their website is going to be unavailable December 3rd between 1 and 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for maintenance. So just know that if you guys look it up. But I want you all to give you some little bit of information on resources that may be out there available for you to help you pay for some of these courses. So if you have something like a urban league in your city, urban league has a lot of grant money, so forth and so on, and any other organization that's akin to it has a lot of grant money for just this purpose, helping people to get reskilled and upskilled, so to say. Check in with your urban leagues, check in with your community organizations in your area, and see if there is some money available that you can tap into to take some of these courses. If it's not something with the Institute, something else. We're actually working TPAS. We're actually finalizing all of our paperwork that is needed in order to qualify for receiving state funds in order to teach people how to be insurance adjusters, get them licensed, get them skilled up, so forth and so on. And so we're on the last stages of that. And so I know if that's something that we're working on, I know that there are other institutes that are and organizations that are out there, and check with the nonprofits out there, the nonprofit organizations. Also check with if you're not employed right now, tap into those resources at your state unemployment office, because they may end up paying for some classes, and you could put that toward an exactimate class or towards a designation at the institute, so forth and so on. So listen, where there's a will, there's a way. Tap into it. Okay, tap in. Okay. So, I think that's all that I have for you all. Does anybody have any questions? I don't see any questions in the chat, but that's all that I had. But it's been lovely. I have enjoyed these 13 weeks. I committed to do this, and I did it, and I'm proud of myself. And I'm even excited about the ideas that I have for season 2 and even season 3 of the Adjuster Checkup. So we're going to take, after this, a break from the podcast. Well, this podcast. We're going to take a break from it. And we'll be back with the Adjuster Checkup in the spring. Okay. In the meantime, we're going to be working on something else. We're going to start releasing I think I'm shooting for January, that we're going to start releasing our Queens of Contents podcast that'll be available on social media and on TPAS TV, our YouTube page. So definitely tune in there if you haven't already. Please go to TPAS TV on YouTube and subscribe. Support us, pretty please, because we're doing all this for you. Okay, been in the game 18 years. We doing all of this for you, and we want to give you what you need, because when my mother and I started, we didn't have this. We didn't have anybody to, again, the whole designation thing. Like, I didn't know anything about this in the beginning of my career as an adjuster. I didn't find out about it probably until a couple of years ago. And I'm kind of pissed off about it, because I was like, dang, if I would have known, I could have been on that. I could have had those things already under my belt. And I know that I could have moved further. And, at the level that I was at, I could have moved further along faster in the industry. And so it's good for you all to know these things now while you're still fresh in the game. While the game, whether you're 5 years fresh, 6 years fresh, 8 years fresh, right? It doesn't matter, or 1 year fresh. It's good to have this knowledge now, because now that you have it, now you can make plans in this direction, right? Now you have another goal that you know you need to shoot for, so forth and so on. And the thing is that you can do whatever you want in this sucker, but you do have to invest in yourself. If you believe in yourself, then it shouldn't be no issue investing in yourself. All right. And so, yeah, I know some of these classes are like, that's what I mean. Go to the community organizations, these nonprofits, and see what they got. All right. Check them out. See if they got some money for you. See if unemployment can hook a brother, hook a sister up with some kind of funds, because I have had adjusters who, for instance, were vendors with the Missouri Department of Vocational Rehabilitation, Secondary Education and Vocational Rehabilitation. And we have had people come to us and say, listen, they are giving me, I don't know, $5,000, and I want to take this class. I want to get my licensing, or I want to take all your classes. Can you, like, will you accept their money? And I'm like, sure. What do I need to do? And then I got on, I became a vendor. So anybody who comes through there now, if they say, hey, I want to be an insurance adjuster, they can come through us and the state will pay for it. Right? So yeah, and now we're finishing the process on the national level for that. So yeah, you guys, it's money out here to be had. It doesn't always have to come out of your pocket. All right. So work smarter, not harder. Dive deep into those resources that are available to you. And again, like I said, check out these community organizations, the urban leagues, woo woo, unemployment with your state. See if there's some vocational rehabilitation. See, like, especially if you're got a formal disability, or whatever. If you got any kind of paperwork, you collecting any kind of, hey, vocational rehabilitation in every state will pay for you to do this, because you can be an insurance adjuster and be virtual. You don't have to get up and go, right? So say if it's somebody in a wheelchair, hell, State Farm will send you their equipment, and boom, you set it up in an office space in your place. There you are. You got a job, right? And it pays well. Okay, so thank you all. I'm feeling very humbled. I didn't think I was going to be able to do this or have nothing to talk to y'all about, but I guess I did. And so we'll be coming back probably in March, right around the PLRB conference, for the Adjuster Checkup for season 2 next year. And in the meantime, tune in, stay, get your notification bells up, and give us a like here on TPAS on Facebook. Make sure you give us a thumbs up here as well. And we'll still be here. We'll keep posting. We'll keep doing little videos here and there. But stay tuned for our upcoming podcast, Queens of Contents. That'll be coming out around January. And then we're also going to do, we have decided to reboot our Adjuster Chronicles and turn that into a little weekly or well, I'm trying to decide if it's going to be weekly or monthly that we tell somebody's story. Probably monthly, that we start sharing the stories of the adjusters who we've trained and who we've helped and who have become successful, and they're doing their own thing now as a result. So I'm excited, and I thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And if you don't have any other questions, comments, or concerns, fears, or anticipations, please, and if you do, put it in the comments. Even after the video's over, I'll get them answered, and I will see you all. You'll still see me, but I'll see you for the Adjuster Checkup Season 2 next year in the spring. I thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for taking this journey with me through this first season of a podcast, and looking forward to what the future holds. And with that, I am outie, y'all. You all have a great night, and I'll see you in the spring. Bye.